Yo, welcome to the Choppin It Up podcast featuring your boy Jordan.
What up? It's your boy Jordan. You got me messed up, bro. All right, we're rolling.
I know you just trying to be like me. It's cool.
All right,
it's cool.
We're going.
It's cool.
You want to redo the
bro?
Leaving this in.
We're leaving this in.
Okay, it's your boy Eric. If you didn't know,
yeah, he's trying to be like me, but it's cool. It's cool.
You know, it's whatever.
So Eric, bro, what we got chopping up today, bro?
Today we're chopping it up about Spider-Man leaving the MCU.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace to that. And we're talking about the NFL. We're talking about Jay-Z coming on, and
yeah, man.
I don't know exactly what his role will be. I know Jordan has a little bit more insight on that, a little bit more on the sports side.
Yeah.
We're also going to be talking about Popeyes coming out here swinging on Chick-fil-A, bro.
Out here making that money out here, man. Like they making bank. So I'm excited to talk about that. But let's dive into the Spider-Man situation. Of course, this is big headlines, especially this week with them. Spider-Man is leaving the
MCU. Yeah.
I mean, man, that's a pretty big deal, ain't it?
It's a huge deal, actually, because I'll catch you guys up. If you didn't know, Disney owns Marvel. Marvel is all the superheroes, right?
Yeah.
But what happened was, back in the day when Marvel was just like comics and they did a couple of movies and stuff, they were going under. They were literally making no money. What happened was they sold the rights to certain characters to different companies. So you have Fox, who owns Fantastic Four, Deadpool, The Mutants, so that's X-Men, all that crew. And we've seen those movies.
Yeah.
Not the greatest, except Deadpool. But
you don't like Fantastic Four?
No, none of the Fantastic Fours are good. They're all bad. Terrible. And your taste in movies. So, anyways, so then we got Disney, who's like, they literally own almost everything. It's a little scary, but what happened was Disney was like, hey, I'm going to buy Fox. And so this is actually happening. They are merging Fox Studios into Disney's big old umbrella. And so now Disney owns X-Men again. Well, Marvel owns X-Men and Deadpool and all those people. But the only person that kind of has ownership of a Marvel character that hasn't merged with Disney is Sony, which they exclusively own Spider-Man and that kind of world. So Venom came through Sony. You have Carnage, all those different characters that kind of fall under the Spider-Man umbrella. Yeah, those are owned by Sony. And so what happened is that everybody was like, we would love to see Spider-Man in the MCU. Everybody loves Avengers. Everybody loves Iron Man, Hulk, all those characters. So what happened? They come to a deal, and they allow Disney to use Spider-Man in all the big movies. But the way the contract was set up is that they both were kind of making money on different ways. So Disney was making money through the big movies, so like Avengers, anything where Spider-Man wasn't just him by himself. Yeah. So if he made a cameo on, this movie or that movie, or Captain America when he came in and he did that cameo, that was money, that revenue that Disney was making. But they did make it a contract to where if they hit certain box office landmarks or whatever it's called, they both got a payout, but they had to reach a certain number in the box offices for them both to get a payout. And the way that Sony was making money is that the standalone movie, so just Spider-Man by himself, that was all Sony revenue. Wow. And so they were both making money, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
But what Disney is very scary at doing is strong-arming people into kind of getting things to happen for their favor. Yeah. So they came to Sony and was like, hey, we actually want to renegotiate this, and we want 50-50. We want to make 50 and you get 50.
So Disney said this. Of course they did.
And so Sony's like, no, we're not doing this. We are our own studio. You guys literally own almost everything. You guys will be better off. Yeah. By this contract week, we won't be as well as you guys are, because this is one of the ways that we make money. Yeah. So then, they didn't come to an agreement. Sony pulls out of the MCU agreement, and so no longer do we have Spider-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Of course, in order to kind of get people to start talking, it somehow made it to the internet that, you know, Disney said that Sony pulled out of the agreement, and now it makes Sony look bad, like the bad guy. So everybody on the internet, it's boycott Sony, hashtag boycott Sony, hashtag bring Spider-Man back, or blah blah blah. You know, everybody was like making Sony look like the bad guy, when in reality we didn't see the full picture and we didn't know what really was going on with this whole contract. You know, it's all about money, and so, you know, everybody's for one whole day saying screw Sony, and then comes to the light that, hey, you know, actually we should actually be looking at this from not just Spider-Man as a character in the movie, but like as like what it means, and like a franchise. So like Disney owns so much, bro, and people do not understand that. It's very scary that almost all of media is under
ESPN,
Disney.
Yeah, it's crazy. They're just taking over, bro, and it's like they keep it so low key though. Like people bring it up, but Disney is like taking over, bro, and they're trying to own everything, bro.
Everything.
And it's like, yo, people need to realize that Disney is just trying to finesse everybody, bro, and just owning all the media stuff.
This is all of the stuff. This is a lot of the stuff that Disney owns. ABC, ESPN, Touchstone Pictures, Marvel's, Lucasfilms. So if you don't know, Lucasfilms is all Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a huge franchise already. They own A&E, the History Channel, Lifetime, Pixar, Hollywood Records, Vice Media, Core Publishing, and then they own these certain brands. They own Star Wars, The Muppets, Marvel, Disney Princess, The Chronicles of Narnia, Pirates of the Caribbean, Pixar, the Winnie the Pooh franchise, the Indiana Jones franchise, Grey's Anatomy. Like,
Disney, bro.
This should really scare people, that the fact that that Disney owns that Disney owns this many things. They own it is just scary to me, that the fact that Disney owns so much of the media, and that we're really kind of getting a lot of this stuff fed through a filter of Disney.
Yeah, I'm sure Disney is like, nope, you can't do this. Yep, you can do that. I noticed with ESPN, there's been a bunch of people that got fired, and I was wondering why. Like, why are they doing such a big transition? And it was because Disney, you know, bought ESPN. And in my head, I was like, okay, well, surely this changes a lot when it comes to the content that they produce. Because think about it, like, isn't Disney pretty much like a family type?
So that's their brand, you know?
Yeah, that's a brand.
That they're a family-oriented company. So certain things are not going to fly.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of fans were kind of scared of when it came to, like, characters such as Deadpool. Yeah. Which all their movies have been rated R. It's very vulgar. It's very violent. And so now that Disney owns that, it's like, well, are we just not going to get that raw and unfiltered Deadpool like we know? Yeah. But it also comes through, like, you know, sports. It comes through in ABC, like the different news outlets.
Absolutely.
It's like, is it going through that content filter first before it can get to the masses?
Yep, I believe it is.
And so, like, it's scary, you know?
It is.
Because we got to start looking at those things and seeing these monopolies.
Yeah.
Because then it becomes where a lot of things become, you know, they're all filtered, they're all biased, they all have their own agenda, and we're not getting it through independent sources. It's all through one big conglomerate, like, business that owns almost everything.
Well, and like you said, it's almost like you said, Disney is controlling a lot of these big media companies, right? That produce their own stuff, sports, you know, movies, stuff like that. And it's like, if everybody's going to Disney for content approval or whatever, and they say, no, this is too real, or this is too, especially in a society like we are now, where things are very, you know, you say something that wasn't sensitive back then, but now it is. Mm-hmm. But also too, it's like Disney. It's almost like Disney's just gonna take over, bro, and just be like, you know what? Nah, you can't say this because we don't like this. Even though this is what we need to hear, because, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost just the controlling of media, which they are. but it's scary, bro. Like, because the media can't be their own person, like their own company.
Yeah.
Disney is like looking over them, like, nah, you can't say that, you can't do this, and that makes more sense to why that is kind of a scary thing, even for Spider-Man. In the situation with that, it's almost like Disney is just trying to compress everything.
Yeah, because I mean, like they even have their own like financial businesses that they own. They own Arvidia Disney Financial Services, which is Arvidia Real Estate.
Yeah.
So it's like they own like loan companies.
Yeah.
Like that's a scary thought that one company owns all of this.
Yeah. And then, man, so is this Spider-Man situation for sure like a done deal?
No. So that's another thing that, kind of got brought up, is that it looks like they didn't for sure like end like the meeting with like this is what's going to happen. It kind of was more like, this is what it looks like.
Okay.
But I don't think they've come to a full agreement yet. It might be, a thing where Sony's like, hey, we'll do, I don't know, 70-30 or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's not a for sure thing. I hope that Spider-Man comes back to the MCU. But on Sony's terms, I would like to see a company kind of stand their ground and not just going to get bullied by this big company.
Big time.
So I hope that happens. And then a lot of other things started surfacing, like the daughter of Stan Lee, one of the creator of Marvel,
Yeah.
He created all these characters, and she actually said that Disney did not treat Stan Lee well.
Mm-hmm.
That, there was a lot of things that he didn't like, a lot of things that, just kind of made him feel bad, and like they weren't like, treating them as good as they could be for the company that they are.
Yeah.
So that does kind of irk me that, this guy who's so treasured, who's literally been nothing but such a positive role model and such a positive role in the world, is treated so poorly by this ginormous corporation.
Yeah, and especially now since he's passed away. Now they're going to really try to come in full force and try to do whatever they can to steal something that the original OG Stan Lee created. And Disney, they just see the dollar bills and they don't care.
Exactly. And that's what I think a lot of people don't understand, that as much as they want to think that these big corporations are for them, they're all in it for the money.
All in for the money.
This is all about money.
Yeah.
This isn't about seeing a character in a cool movie. This is about a company trying to make their money.
Yeah, I agree. And that's, people need to stand up, bro. In these companies, these smaller companies need to stand up and be like, look, we need to control.
Yeah, we can't keep having these ginormous monopolies happening. Like, I don't know if you know about the whole T-Mobile and Sprint merger that happened. This is the court actually gave them the approval of merging two ginormous cellular companies to merge.
Bro, I don't want Sprint, because I'm with T-Mobile too. I don't want Sprint to be messing up
it's scary,
my connections and stuff, man.
Because before you had AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, and Sprint. Now you have Verizon, T-Mobile, and whatever this name is going to be of these two companies that are going to merge.
Bro, everybody merging and buying each other out.
It's a scary thought to see that, these kind of super companies kind of being created, like,
and then just come around.
Like Walmart is just buying out all these other companies, just buying out things, just kind of gaining. A lot of these companies are just trying to gain as much as possible, even if it's something of a company like going out of, like in a bad way. Like Verizon bought Yahoo whenever they were under, and then Yahoo had bought a whole bunch of other things that kind of came under the Verizon wing.
That's scary.
So like you got all these big companies just buying things out. So it's just like, well, you think this comes from this one company, but actually it came from this bigger company that owns all of that.
That's not a good look, bro. Honestly, I understand the whole thing of ownership and buying stuff and investing in other companies, but also buying them out. But still, when it comes to these bigger companies, bro, like bigger companies, like that's almost like they're controlling the world. Almost, they're controlling. The media is a huge source of information, right? It's a huge source of us learning things, learning about what's going on. And if Disney's gonna be this big old giant, and they have to funnel and they have to compress everything to tell us to get to the masses, we might not really know what's going on because Disney is keeping everything from us. So I think that's something that we need to make sure we kind of keep our eyes open on, and to understand, like, look, Disney, man, it might seem all cool. Disneyland, Disney World might seem all cool, but we need to understand, like, there's a business to it as well, and they're here for the money. And that's a scary thing, bro. And I even know about the whole T-Mobile Sprint. That's even weirder.
So, like, you got big companies out here just bullying other companies.
Yeah, bro.
It just makes it to where, like, you know, I kind of, you know, I support capitalism because, you know, being a business person, like, you know,
for sure.
you get your own, you know, you're able to do your own business the way you want to do
absolutely.
it. But, like, you know, to an extent that there's these, like, ginormous companies that are able to just literally do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Just because they are so powerful.
Yeah, it's true. So, I don't know, man. This whole Spider-Man situation, I hope it kind of comes back into a full circle and things work out so that the whole Spider-Man franchise doesn't really get damaged by this big transition if it happens.
Yeah.
Because I know that would be huge. And I noticed that people were very, like, disappointed about hearing this. So even though it's not really set in stone, hopefully things can kind of, you know, change a little bit.
Yeah.
And kind of hope things work out. And so, but speaking of capitalism, bro, and speaking of these big companies, NFL and Jay-Z, man, this is a really
It touched
weird.
a lot of people's nerves, man.
Yeah, and when I first heard of it, if anybody doesn't know, Jay-Z teamed up with the NFL, which everybody should know what the NFL is, and basically struck a controversial entertainment deal and social justice deal with the NFL. And when I first heard it, I'm like, bro, like, this is huge. Like, this is what, honestly, the black culture needed, was a man like Jay-Z who came from the dirt and is a billionaire now.
Yeah.
And with all the social justice situation that's been going on, this is like the perfect time for this to happen. And so I was like thinking very positively about it. And then of course, the other side of people, they come out and say, you know what? I don't know. I think Jay-Z, he's not doing it for us. He's doing it for the money. And I'm like, see, here we go again. We can never be satisfied with anything that's going on. You know, I'm not saying that, you know, because we don't know what Jay-Z's going to do. We don't know. It could be,
for sure.
It could be that he's just in charge of just the entertainment, you know, portion or whatever. But when it says that, you know, he struck a deal not for just entertainment, but also too for social justice, there should be some light, you know, set on that. And people calling him a sellout, people just putting all these bad names on him. I think it's just sad that, look, a black man is trying to do something for us, but just because he's getting paid to do it, you know, like I said, until we know exactly what's gonna happen, we shouldn't judge him, because we don't know.
For sure.
We don't know exactly what's gonna happen. He just struck a deal, right? He just put the pen to the paper, but I don't think it's right for people to judge him until we know, okay, you know what? Dang, it's looking like this Jay-Z situation is more of just a money move, or just like a shut up move, than anything else. But it's just crazy, bro. You go on social media and people were just dogging Jay-Z, bro.
Yeah, they were for real going in on him.
Dogging him. When there's some people that are praising him too. A lot of celebrities are saying, hey man, like, Jay-Z's doing a great thing for the community. But it's just like people just love that negativity and they love to hate on others. And I feel like this is one of those situations where it's 50-50. Like, look, yeah, we have a black man now involved with the entertainment stuff. Okay, cool. Now let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what type of moves he's going to make. But there's no telling, you know, because I was watching an interview with him and Roger Goodell, who is the commissioner of the NFL. And, of course, people look at these smaller things like, oh, man, they're just chucking it up with each other, laughing and having a good time. And people are like, look, see, Jay-Z, he's not taking this seriously. He's over here laughing. He's not serious. I'm like, but, guys, let's not get too deep in it like that. Let's just see what's going to happen. Let's not judge him for him putting pen to paper. I don't know how much he got paid. There's no details on that. It's probably a lot, you know. But in my head, I'm like, okay, look, Jay-Z's a billionaire, right? He has so many businesses. He has so many investments that he has, right? Does Jay-Z really need the money from the NFL? I personally think he doesn't.
I don't either. I mean, literally, the dude's a billionaire. Like,
yeah.
he what is this, like, you know, couple million gonna do, you know?
Yeah, and so I don't think he needs the money. You know, of course, you know, you're gonna get your money when you can. But in my head, I'm like, okay, Jay-Z doesn't really need the money. But he's not gonna turn down. He's not gonna just do it for free. That's
like, what what does he have to gain
Yeah.
from this other than like to help? That's what I kind of look. But I do also see the, you know, how much the NFL has been in this hot water.
Yeah.
For you know, the whole Kaepernick thing.
Yeah, and I wonder if they're trying to use him as a cover up.
Yeah.
Which is possible.
Yeah, and that's also
it's very
a possibility.
well possible because, like I said, this has never really happened before. I think they offered somebody, I forget who it was, to do something similar to this, but they turned it down. But a man like Jay-Z, I think he's gonna always keep it real, like he always has been. I don't think that he's just gonna let the NFL just walk over him and say, hey, we need you to be that focal point so that the whole Colin Kaepernick, you know, conversation can kind of just flutter away. I still think that Jay-Z is going to still bring that up in any form of way that he will. But I personally think this is a step in the right direction. But it all comes down to that you just can't please everybody.
Yeah. No
matter what it is, you can be a person that just does so many good things, thinking like, well, what's really the reason why he did that, you know? And so, you know, like I said, until I see exactly what Jay-Z's gonna do, I think what he's doing it's gonna be great for us. You know, I think it's gonna be great for the community. Of course, the NFL, they're still in hot water. Colin Kaepernick still doesn't have a job, and that's a whole different conversation for itself. Like, does Colin Kaepernick really want to play football again? You know, he had a settlement with the NFL about a couple months ago,
and we don't know what that was.
Yeah, we don't know how much he got paid. We don't know if they told him, hey, we're gonna give you a certain amount of dollars to shut up. We don't know anything. You know, and so there's just so many things that are still unknown. But when you have a person like Jay-Z that's gonna come in and step in and hopefully do more than what he's supposed to, and use his brand to really help keep the NFL in a good place with social justice, I think we're gonna be all right, man. But it's like I said, we don't know.
We don't know, and you know, I really don't. I don't know what their conversation's been. I don't know what was in that interview.
See, that's the thing. People.
What did they talk about?
So,
you know.
So what I've been hearing is that, and what I saw from it is just that they kept it very bland.
It was very like surface.
Yeah,
just
surface based. Hey, Jay-Z is gonna be over entertainment, social justice, blah blah blah. But they didn't really go into detail about what he was going to do, you know? And that's something that you don't know until he does it. And that's my exact point. Like, okay, yeah, it's very bland. The conversation was very just kind of surface based. But let's just see. Let's just wait, play the waiting game, and see what Jay-Z's going to do. Because in my head, I don't think he's doing it for the money. I think he's doing it to, I guess, just give the NFL and also himself an opportunity to really speak out about social justice. And I had to give the NFL props for even still thinking about doing something like this.
Yeah.
But of course, you hear the rumors about him having a stake in the NFL with the unspecified team. Nothing's
they were saying that. Yeah. Was it? I think that they've set a team that. I think so.
I think it was like, I forget what it was.
I don't know if that was even like I don't know if that was just a rumor.
But it's still like a rumor right now. Nothing's been solidified, and so if that's true, that's very interesting to see if that happens because you know, look at, you know, a lot of the owners in the NFL they're white men, and so it's like, okay, Jay-Z's gonna get involved. So it's a really kind of a weird thing, man, to see what's gonna happen because we just don't know. Nobody knows what's gonna happen, and so I don't know. I'm just very curious. I wouldn't call him a sellout. I wouldn't call him all these names that people are calling him because that's just not fair. I think we should just give the man an opportunity to kind of show us what he has in plan and what the NFL is planning to do to really speak out about stuff like this, because I think it's very important that we shouldn't just be throwing stones at somebody that hasn't really done anything wrong. At least he hasn't done anything wrong. So
yeah,
it's a really weird situation.
It is a weird situation. You know, a lot of people are, you know, and I saw this like all over my feed whenever it blew up on Twitter. You know, they were calling him like Uncle Tom and like saying all these things.
That, though? I hate that.
And it's like I don't know what all this could mean, because this could be a good thing. Yeah, this could be a really good thing.
I think it will be.
And we gotta be hopeful, you know.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, we shouldn't judge somebody if they haven't really. Yeah, they put the pen to the paper, but they haven't done anything.
They haven't had the opportunity to you know, show that they can do something.
Yeah, let him get his brainstorming on. Let him get his ideas going, and then we can. But people expected him to have all the ideas ready to go when they had the meeting. They had the whole introduction, And so I don't know if they've been talking about this for months now, for years. Who knows? Nobody knows.
Do you think it would have been different if he would have immediately, like in that interview, said something about Kaepernick?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Because he even said something about, it's more than about kneeling at this point. I think we're past the kneeling point. That's kind of what he said. When people heard that, we're like, okay, all right, bro, hold on, what's going on? Like, what does that mean? Yeah, what does that really mean? I think he's basically saying that, look, it's more to it than just kneeling. It's about really just doing more social justice stuff in the culture, and which is a fair point, because we can kneel all day, we can protest all day.
Yeah, I think.
But what are we doing about it after that?
Yeah, I think he might have been like trying to say that we got to put action to this now.
That's exactly what
that we got to
saying.
put like action to this. We can't.
Which is true.
Like
yeah. You can't just need bro. We don't play football, right?
We don't.
Yeah. So what we have to literally use our actions. We have to literally use our mouths and our voices to speak out about what we feel is right.
Yeah. Colin
Kaepernick used a big platform to do that in regards to kneeling, which was flipped to say that he was doing it because he hated the flag or whatever. No, he did it for police brutality.
Yeah.
And of course we understand the reason why he did it, and now he's not in the NFL because of that.
Yeah, and we won't get into it, but once you start having like even the president start saying stuff, you start saying,
and that's what made it worse.
Yeah, and you start having all these owners just really like, we got to do it because now it's part of the rules, kind of thing. It's like it starts getting into some muddy waters where it's like, well, at this point, like, are you a NFL player? Like, do you have to abide by like what can you and can't do? Like, there's people that I was telling you earlier, like, there's people in the crowds that probably sit down because they're too lazy to get up. And it's like, the only reason this happened, that he got like criticized so much, is because he had, a platform.
Yeah. In the NFL, bro, the owners are all about the bottom line, right? If fans, if they get mad about, so-and-so player did this and they kneel for the flag, we're not going to show up to the games. And the owner's losing a lot of money from that, a lot of ticket sales. They're thinking about their money first, bro. That's just realistic. They're running a business. And so when it came down to that, no owner wanted at least one or two, maybe give him an opportunity. But a lot of the owners didn't want to give Kaepernick an opportunity to come back and do the same thing to them, because boom, the NFL team is going to be in hot water, and that owner's going to lose a lot of money.
Yeah.
So the money, just like we talked about with Disney, this is the same thing with the NFL and the owners. They don't want their bottom line affected. But yeah, that's why Jerry Jones was so just all about his team and all about just, everybody's going to stand for the anthem no matter what. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's Zeke, Dak. They're all standing for the anthem because he doesn't want his bottom line to be affected. So it's just one of those situations to where a lot of these owners, they don't want any situation to affect their money, to affect their team. But like I said, with Jerry Jones, man, he has the biggest team, the richest team in all of sports.
Yeah.
He's not going to let anything affect that. And so that's why this is a slippery slope, man. And I think with Jay-Z and the NFL situation, I'm hoping that this can really kind of be one of those things where we're like, you know what, Jay-Z's doing the right thing. It's not about the money, because we don't know what the money is, but hopefully it's just, you know what, NFL is they care about taking the next steps to make sure that we can get these social, because the NFL is such a big platform, bro. So NFL, they need to, like, you know what, let's do what we can to help these issues that are going on off the field. It's more than just football. It's about the community being safe, and just a lot of, about positivity. And so I'm hoping for good things, man. I'm
hoping too, man.
That
I really
all works
do
out. So
hope out this Jay-Z thing turns out to be more than just publicity for the NFL.
Exactly.
More than just a cover up, and definitely for Jay-Z to be able to come in and just do something positive for the movement,
Yeah.
But talking about a movement, this whole Popeyes and Chick-fil-A thing, bro. What's this about?
Man, these chicken sandwiches, bro, they out here storming, bro. They out here doing this thing, man. These Popeyes making probably as much money they ever had over just one thing, and that's the chicken sandwich, bro.
Man, so we actually went today. We went today to try to get
Popeyes,
and they literally have big old signs that says be back soon.
Yeah.
Because they ran out of chicken sandwiches.
They ran out. We were kind of salty. I still am kind of salty that we weren't able to try the infamous chicken sandwich.
Yeah, me too.
From Popeyes, but I know that we'll definitely hopefully get one sometime this weekend, if not next. I kind of wanted to. I'm always like, you know what? Let me just let this hype die down, like for real.
Yeah,
for real,
me too.
Because it's getting bad.
We
bro.
went. So I've never seen Popeyes this crazy. Like we pulled up and they had a line wrapped around. This little Popeyes.
But a thing too, though, people don't realize. Yeah, Popeyes, they're normally not packed that much, but sometimes they can hold up lines, not because of a chicken sandwich, but because of their customer. They're like, bro, their customer service is horrible. Like, bro,
they are known for that too.
Their customer service.
It's almost like Waffle House.
Hey man, let's not do that,
bro. Come on, you know for a fact that
how
you know Waffle House be on that,
bro. They be chilling, dog,
bro. You know.
Nah, bro, I disagree. I honestly disagree.
Okay, look. I'm not saying that they have bad customer service.
It's just not the best, right?
It's just they're really like out here on something else. You have people out here like smoking in the kitchen, like letting you on.
I never seen that,
bro.
I never seen that. I honestly never seen that. No, seriously, I've never seen.
You never seen that, bro? I seen some stuff.
Okay, well that's fair. I've
seen some stuff.
I look at Waffle House as, you know what, just don't have any expectations, but that food.
Okay, I will say
that's your review right there.
The hash brown bowls.
The waffles, bro. That too.
Man, yeah, that too.
But
I will say the waffles do go going.
You know what I'm saying? Like your arm might be stuck to the table for a little bit because of the syrup.
Yeah, they ain't clean the table.
They ain't really clean it, but you had to look past all that. There might be some hash browns with some bacon bits on the floor.
You might not be able to ask for a refill.
Yeah,
because
it might. Fine. Yeah, you know there might be some mold on your plate, but it's all good because that food gonna be fine. But with Popeyes though, we understand that. Look, yeah, they have horrible customer service, but it's not even just the customer service now. It's their chicken sandwich that is just making waves, and social media beefs with Chick-fil-A and Wendy's and even Pluckers. If anybody knows what Pluckers is.
And who else has stepped in? I know it was
Churches, right?
No, it was McDonald's.
Yeah,
they came in with their McChicken. Boy, if you don't get your $1.07 McChicken.
Yeah, so I'm still salty because I feel like we're probably like one of the last few that hasn't tried it.
I've seen it everywhere. Everybody has, and the thing is, people are saying it's better than Chick-fil-A. That's why I'm like, okay,
that's
I
what I'm
gotta
hearing
try
too.
I gotta try it.
I'm hearing the pickles are even fire. I don't even like pickles like that,
bro. I love pickles, so I was like, oh, they got fire pickles. I bet.
I'm hearing the pickles are fire. The chicken is like nice and juicy and thick, bro.
I will say Popeyes like spicy chicken tenders.
So you like spicy stuff,
bro? Fire.
Do they have a spicy chicken sandwich?
Chick-fil-A?
No, at Popeyes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you definitely.
So yes, I want that. And apparently it's got like spicy mayo or something like that.
Ooh.
I don't even like mayo like that, but
Mayo's
I'm down.
Fire,
but
bro.
I'm down. What?
Not by itself, but on something is fire, bro.
You
probably like mustard.
I'll be on mustard.
See, that's what I'm saying.
I'll be liking mustard. I'll be like mustard
probably
on
like
my
blue
burgers.
cheese over ranch and stuff.
Oh, bro, heck no. You play too much. Come on now. Ain't nobody getting blue cheese. If you're getting blue cheese, we can't.
Bruh.
No.
Blue cheese, bro. But no, but it's crazy that with Popeyes, bro, what, $23 million in sales?
It was, I don't know if it was $23 million in sales, but it was like they estimated the amount of like social media hype that they got, and that was what it was worth.
With really like no promo.
They really didn't like promote it like that, but it was just the fact that people were starting to make beefs with like Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
That it just generated so much hype that that social media, like free advertisement basically for them.
Yeah.
Worth over like $23 million. That's insane.
The power of social media, bro. I mean, seriously. And I've been seeing, I can go on this all day, but if we just use this technique to get Popeyes blown up or whoever to put into small businesses, no words, bro.
I mean, people, they love the beef, but
put this hype with some small businesses and promoting them.
We got to put people on, man. We got to put each other
on.
Popeyes
don't need our money, bro.
Yeah, we got to be about each other, man.
Yeah,
like that's a big thing too.
Yeah, man.
So I want to try it, but
too.
Chick-fil-A's right there, man.
But man, if this chicken sandwich it blows it out the water, bro, I don't know.
I don't know if I'm gonna go back to Chick-fil-A if the sandwich is better, bro. Honestly,
that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. Nothing will ever beat, the fries at Chick-fil-A. Just the overall meal.
The nuggets.
The nuggets too, yes. But Popeyes.
Chicken minis.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A's gonna be hitting.
All right, you can't lie.
Chick-fil-A's gonna be hitting, bro. Chick-fil-A was always it will always be the spot. But with Popeyes, bro, people don't Popeyes chicken.
People be slept on Popeyes.
Popeyes, it's just a little pricey, but they've been kind of like lowering their prices a little bit with these little platter deals. You know what I'm saying? Monday sales or whatever, Tuesdays, whatever. But I think the chicken sandwich is $4. Is that the same price at Chick-fil-A?
I want to say yes. I want to say that they're relatively the same price.
Okay, so that's okay.
Chick-fil-A be,
it's a little pricey.
Bumping up the prices.
Yeah,
I've noticed.
They do, but that customer service helps. My pleasure, 24/7.
I've gone to Chick-fil-A one time where they didn't say my pleasure.
I had a couple times. Man. I was kind of mad, bro. I was like,
honestly, I was like,
"What's up? You ain't done yet. You supposed to say." My pleasure.
I feel like my order isn't complete.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I normally don't like the hype of stuff like this, but
yeah, me neither.
I'm kind of like.
But I like food.
But I. You know what? Honestly, that's probably the only reason why. Cause I'm trying to go too, bro. But I want to see what this is about, man.
Me too, man.
I'm kind of like very anxious to see, cause my friends has tried it. People that I follow on social media, they definitely tried it. And they're going up to Popeyes with no ease and getting it. And I'm like, okay, well, that was easy. Over here, be back soon, and
lines are wrapped around.
Yeah, so I don't know, man, but we'll definitely try it. And we'll have to do like a little bit of a review if we happen to try it before the next episode. But man, this has been, I feel like haven't done this podcast in forever, bro. Like it's been a long time.
It's been a week.
I know, but it feels longer.
It feels longer.
Cause I love this podcast so
Me
much,
too.
Bro.
Me too, yeah.
But we love you guys. We love you guys. Thanks for all the support and all the love. We're going to always be putting out more content, even though sometimes we might miss a week. But don't forget, we're going to always be putting out more content.
Yeah.
And we love y'all. All right?
All right. Peace.
Peace.